turn in your journals to the next page. Good job, Mackenzie and Jensen. You're all ready to go. At the top, I want you to write commas. Commas. You can do it however you want.
So we can just do a comma and then put an S.
All right, we're going to learn different ways that we use a comma. And yesterday we already learned one. Who can remember the way we used a comma yesterday? You remember what we did? We took something, or we added something to a sentence. Well, we took something out and then we added it to the beginning. Micah, what?
You put it before the connection.
Okay. Yes, that's a way we can put comma and or comma but. If we're putting two sentences together and making one good sentence, we would put comma and then the conjunction. All right, Autumn.
Names at the beginning of the sentence, so you put it after them if you're speaking to them.
Very
If
good.
it's in the middle, you put it before and after, and if it's at the end, you put it before.
Very good. So, let's do the first way that we use commas is if, and were you looking in your book? But that's okay. Use commas around the name of the person you are speaking to in a sentence. So this isn't, just because someone's name is in a sentence doesn't mean you put commas around it. It's only when you are speaking to that person. Okay? Like if I said, I like your shoes, Marissa. Okay, I'm talking to Marissa, so I would say, I like your shoes, comma, Marissa.
Yeah.
So, use commas. Let me write it, Kelly, have it. Around the name. How about, I'll just put name. Or no, how about if I say talking to a person? All right, I'm going back to name.
What?
But only if you're talking to them. Now, if I'm just saying, Johnny went to the store and bought a new Nerf gun. Well, I'm not talking to Johnny. I'm just talking about Johnny. But when I'm actually talking to that person, that's when I use commas. Jacob, are you giving me another one? Okay, I'm not ready yet. So let's say, if I say, and you can write some examples if you want, like, Matt, take out the trash. All right. Or I could say, if I do it like this, take out the trash, Matt. Then I put it before his name. You can't put it after his name because there's a period. And you can't put a comma before his name here because it's at the beginning of a sentence. And then if his name's in the middle, so if I say, how can I write that in the middle? How about if I say, your chore, Matt.
Do we have to break off something?
You don't have to, but it would be a good way to do it. your chore mat is to take out the trash. I don't see your, Mike, you have to move your pen, honey. You're just calling out, calling out, calling out. I'm not asking any answers and you didn't raise your hand. Okay, so that's the first one. You put them before a name at the end of a sentence, after a name at the beginning of a sentence, and then if it's in the middle, you put commas around it. Okay? So make just if you have name there. Jacob, what about this another way?
When you're, say like, I ate pineapples, watermelon, and apples.
Okay, so when you have a list, okay, we can go ahead and write that. We're not going to learn that quite yet, but in fact, that's, well, I tell you what, let's save that one. The other one that I want you to know for today is that when you write yes or no at the beginning of a sentence, put a comma after it. So so we'll do this, yes or no at the beginning. Can someone give me an example? Logan.
Yes, Mom, I will take out the trash.
Oh, did you hear that? Now that's going to have lots of commas because not only is it yes, but what else is in there? You're talking to Mom. So you're going to write it like this. Yes, comma, Mom, comma, I will take out the trash. So that was a good example because this example kind of answers both of these. So today we're just going to talk about names and yes or no in a sentence. Okay, so make sure if you want to draw a box or whatever. Okay. Now open in your language book to page 10. You don't have to write these examples, but it will help you remember if you do write them.
I wrote just one example.
So on page 10 in your language book, don't put anything away, just shift things around on your desk. It says, in think A, we are going to use proofreader's marks to insert commas where they are needed. So just like we would do a period, we do insert, and then a comma, like that. All right? So, number 1, who wants to read the sentence and then tell us where to insert the comma? Marissa?
Students, have you heard about heavy land rent? So, you put a comma after student.
Very good. Insert comma after students. Students, comma. Have you heard about heavy land rigs? So what did my voice do when I came to a comma? Students, have you ever heard of about heavy land rigs? What did I do? I kind of did a little pause. That's what a comma does. It just makes you stop for just a split second. Okay? All right, number 2, Jacob.
A comma after no.
Read the sentence first.
No, Mr. Martin, what are you? Comma after no and Mr. Martin.
Good. So just like our example here, we put a comma after no and a comma after Mr. Martin. No, Mr. Martin. What are they?
Do you have to insert it?
Yes, insert the comma, just like this. Okay, Logan, number 3.
They are drilling rings that can dig up for oil up to 6,000 feet down into the earth.
Gavin, someone's
Gavin.
name.
Comma after 6,000 feet.
No.
I mean they.
Mm-mm. You're not talking to they, though. Matt?
After or.
After Earth, right. You put your comma before the word Gavin, because Gavin is someone's name. That's who the Mr. Martin is talking to. So they're having a conversation. Mr. Martin is the teacher, and the students are the students, and Gavin is one of the students, and he's the one that asked the question. So they are drilling rigs that can dig for oil up to 16,000 feet down into the earth, Gavin. Number 4, Autumn.
Are there other types of oil drilling rigs, Mr. Martin? Or comma after rig?
Yes, comma after rigs and before Mr. Martin. Same place.
So one comma.
1 comma before Mr. Martin. Number 5. Oh, Jana, you have the old book. I'm sorry. Brayden, can you do number 5 for us?
Yes, submarines are small enough to move from place to place. Put a comma after yes.
Correct. Comma after yes. Number 6. Noah.
Jason.
Marine.
Marine rigs are used to drill into the ocean floor. Put a comma after Jason.
Correct. Because he's talking to Jason. Jason, marine rigs are used to drill into the ocean floor. Number 7, Jed.
Do they float on the surface of the sea? Leland?
I don't know how to say that.
Lilani?
Lilani?
Lonnie?
Lilani?
Put a comma after sea.
Yes. Because that's someone's name. Lilani. And number 8, Mackenzie.
Yes, all the other types rest on the sea floor.
Ocean floor.
Ocean floor.
Mm-hmm.
Put a comma after yes.
Correct. Okay. Think B. Write the letter of the sentence that is written correctly. So, Lucy, can you do number 1 for us? No? Not A, so it would be B, because you would say, you would need to, for letter A, you would need to take out and so, and put a comma, and then put a introductory word at the beginning. So, because Dad works on an offshore oil rig, he is often gone for a long time. Alright, what about number 2? After the works for 21 days, he comes home. After he works for 21 days, he comes home for 21 days. Or he works for 21 days and then he comes home for 21 days. Micah.
A.
Yes, letter A. And number 3. Is it, I miss my dad when he is gone, I know he helps many people? Or is it, I miss my dad when he is gone, but I know he helps many people? Matt, which one would you say was right for number 3?
B.
Yes. Very good. So you should have B-A-B. Now, for right C, you are going to correct the run-on sentence by adding a comma and the joining word in the box. So the sentence is, our car uses electricity to run. It also uses gasoline.
Why does it
And the connecting word is but.
Why does it call me this?
Right? I didn't see your hand. Micah?
Why does it call me gas and electricity?
It can be either, depending on the car. A car with an electric car can, I think, run on both, either one. So, go ahead and write your answer. Question?
So do I write a sentence with but in it?
Yeah, well, you're taking what they gave you. Our car uses electricity to run, it also uses gasoline. And you're fixing it. You're gonna add the word but. So that way it's not a run-on sentence. Or a run together, run on. Okay, is there a comma section? Okay, so let's see. Mason, can you tell me what you wrote or what you are about to write?
Yeah, our car uses electricity, but it also uses gasoline.
Okay, and what else did your sentence need?
A comma,
Where?
after electricity.
No. Look again, we need to use it when we use our connecting word. To run, you need to put your comma before the word but. Comma, but it also uses gasoline.
I knew I got that right.
Okay, so this is where we need to write it correctly. Okay. Alrighty, as soon as you have this written correctly, you can go ahead and put your language away.
Math.